Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're going to do another Crimson Vow premiere draft. In the store the other day, they had a draft token on sale at 10% off, so I got it for 9,000 gold instead of, so we got a little bit of a discount here. So we can go with a token entry. Just as a general tip, always check the store for the daily deals. Even, like, I like to go in and click on the actual daily deal thing and not just look at the premiere feature. Because I've seen it before where, like, they premiere, like, some card style, but then I click on it and I scroll all the way over, and they have, 550 gold for 50 gold. And that wasn't the premiere thing. So I have seen that happen before, too. Usually if it's gold or gems or things like that, they'll, or draft token, it'll be like the premier thing of the daily deals. But that's not always the case. We have a Path of Peril here. I actually want more copies of this card for my collection, and it's a board wipe. That's right up my alley. The Cleave kind of puts us right into white-black. Or we could be like black something splashing white is an option. If that rare wasn't here, this would be a fairly underwhelming pack. It'd probably be one of these two. Both are respectable picks. There's no super removal spell or anything here. Alright, so Path of Peril, we have a double red Dominating Vampire. I've got 3 of those. That's not actually going to be relevant to my pick here. I think since we picked this, let's just continue picking removal. I mean, this is the removal. It does kind of go with this if we go white-black. Thirst for Discovery wouldn't be awful here either. So we'll just take some good removal. We'll see what's open. I'm not going to try to force the Path of Peril, but I'm going to try to force the Path of Peril. If the colors are open, we're definitely going to go into it. I'm a fan of board wipes in any limited format, really. Okay, here we have an Edgar's Awakening as, like, the only black card, which is playable. I do think the Whispering Wizard can be really good, too. I feel like that's going to be my pick. Because I could still end up like blue-black, again, splashing white. I could even take the Evolving Wilds here, but it's a little bit early for something like that. I do like the Magma Pummeler, but that's a double red, and we've got... I really do want to try and play the Path of Peril. Just because I do think it is so good. And here we just have blue cards. Well, we've got some green cards that are okay. This is a weird pack. I could also grab the Gift of Fangs and just try to, like, shut off black, but I think I'm going to grab the Scattered Thoughts here. That is the second Dominating Vampires we've seen. Well, the second Scattered Thoughts, for that matter, but... Well, this is kind of awkward, isn't it? I can grab the Heron Blessed Geist, or I could just take the Alchemist Retrieval. I think I'd rather just have the Geist. And isn't that like the second Magma Pummeler we've seen? What a weird draft this is. Well, if I go blue-black, the Rot-Tard Gargantua isn't bad. Pointed discussion isn't bad either. Yeah, we'll just kind of try to hang around these Esper colors. I think I can pick up a pointed discussion now. I could pick up a wash away. But in case we're not black, maybe I don't want that. Or not blue, rather. Here's a Doomed Dissenter that goes with our Rot Tide. So I'm happy to pick that up. There's a Persistent Specimen. That's not a bad card to get for a black deck, especially because we could easily pick up more of these exploit creatures. And we have a Cruel Witness, which is another fine 4-drop. Hey, Gift of Fangs came back to us. Into the Night, Vampire's Kiss. I don't think we're playing either of those. So I'll just grab the uncommon and an Essence Scatter, or a Siphon Essence. Not Essence Scatter, that's a totally different card. We have an Undead Butler here, which is the third Magma Pummeler we've seen. I don't think we'd want to play that many Magma Pummelers. Repository Scab can be good too, but it's a common, so we might still be able to pick one of those up. There's also the Sigarda's Imprisonment. We are kind of lacking removal outside of lacking like good removal. But I don't think I'm going to take the Imprisonment here. I'm going to take the Undead Butler. Because we're kind of going pretty strong into this blue-black. We're going to be passing this Hiveheart Shaman, but we're nowhere near green. I'm not going to splash for that. We're also passing into Braid, a Lantern Bearer. But I think Skull Skaab is definitely the pick here. I think we can definitely do away with the Heron Blessed Geist. And hey, what was I telling you guys about Repository Scab? This can get us back something. So we'll go ahead and pick that up. Second Specimen wouldn't be bad either, but I want to get some exploit stuff going. More of those exploit cards. This seems like the deck that's kind of open right now. I don't know how well Path of Peril is going to work with all our zombie token stuff. I mean, we are in control of our own Path of Peril. We're waiting for packs. There we go. Wretched Throng. That is a good 2-drop for us. We already have, well, we've got a few decent early plays as well. But I don't mind picking up a Wretched Throng here over a second Rot Tide Gargantuan. Because we could probably pick that up elsewhere. Sulhoff and Tumor I've never been super fond of. Brambleworm. I don't think we're playing Brambleworm. I don't think we're playing this either. Pass someone a good green card. Why not? There's another Throng. Sure. We want to get at least 3 of them. Here, the Gluttonous Guest can be decent. Makes us a blood token. Serpentine Ambush is a playable card. I'm going to grab the Guest here. And here's just, you know, everything. That is definitely everything. How are we doing on... I guess I could grab an Alchemist Retrieval. Another Doomed Dissenter, very nice. There's that Magma Pummeler again. I don't think we're playing any of these cards. We're probably not playing it. We've got a lot of good 2-drops as it is. We are going to prioritize more exploit stuff. Crab Horror or... grab a second persistence best. We have all of the sack outlets we need. We just need more of the exploit. And there's a great green rare that we're not playing at all. Storm Chaser Drake, we don't really have anything to go with it. Cobbled Lancer we could potentially play. But I think I want to focus on the exploit stuff, so I'm going to grab another Stitched Assistant here. Ah, hey, removal. We've been needing you. We kind of need that too, but it's not likely we'll get another one. But we're going to take that. Thirst for Discovery. Okay. Wow. We're passing some great rares here. I'm going to take the Thirst. I don't think we need a third Doomed Dissenter in this. He's not at the moment. I could go for a third Stitch Assistant, though. This rare that's really not good. Put up to one target creature card from a graveyard on top of your library. If a creature with mass 6 or greater, then it transforms and it can maybe be okay. I don't think we play it though, but I don't think I need another Cruel Witness or Scattered Thoughts. We do need this, the Biolume Egg. Kind of want that Blood Fountain too, but I think the egg is a little bit more important here at the moment, as we have just tons of exploits go. Oh, rewarded. We're gonna have to make some cuts. I don't think that's gonna be hard to do. I don't think we're playing 2 Persistent Specimen for starters, because we have so many other... Ah, another Wretched Throne. I'll take that over the third Doomed Dissenter. Or maybe I just play 3 Doomed Dissenters and forget about the Wretched Throngs altogether. What the heck? Doomed Dissenter could actually have some synergy with it. We pick the Doomed Dissenter. Take the Crab Horror. I'm slightly lacking on the top end. With all our exploit stuff, the Farmer could actually be really good. Ah, there's our top end. It came back to us. Oh my gosh. I mean, I guess if the option... I guess if you give people the option, would you rather play 3 Wretched Throngs or 4 Doomed Dissenters in your blue-black zombie exploit deck? I think people are gonna pick the 4 Doomed Dissenters. Well, that's what we ended up doing anyways. I almost feel like we don't even need the... Well, maybe we should just take the Persistent Specimen, so it's something we can always bring back to sacrifice. We're not playing that. I don't even know that we're playing Path of Peril, because it's just going to sweep our own tokens. We have Siphon Essence, we have all this stuff. Scattered Thoughts, Whispering Wizard, Cruel Witness. How many cuts do I gotta make? 6? I think the Throngs can go, because those aren't great if you only have, well, there. I think we're fine on early drops. Do I want the Gift of Fangs? Yeah, there are some 2 toughness or less creatures that can be kind of nasty if we don't have it. Though it is important to note that we will not be able to use it with, like, the Repository Scab. We have Thirst for Discovery, and we have Appointed Discussion. I don't think we need Pointed Discussion, because we'll do Scattered Thoughts and Thirst for Discovery. We can hold open card draw and counters at the same time. Okay, either Desperate Farmer or Gluttonous Guest have to go. We don't really have any other Blood Token synergy in this deck. Gift of Fangs, the bad part about it is it can't really be used with our... Like, this Scab can't get it back. We do just have, like, a ton of synergies here. I just realized we kind of cut our rares out of the deck. This is just a 1/4 flyer, really. How much do we need Gift of Fangs? What's our creature? We've got 18 creatures, so we should probably still cut another creature. So it's not going to be the Whispering Wizard, and it's not going to be the Scab. I think it's going to be the Cruel Witness. And I almost don't think we even need the Persistent Specimen in this. I mean, we have a playset of Doomed Dissenters and an Undead Butler. The only thing this is lacking is, like, Necro-Duality. That would have been a bomb for this deck. But I think we just have so many targets for... How many exploit stuff do we have? 3. I mean, I do always want to make sure we have that. But I just don't see a reason why we wouldn't have enough. So now, do we want the Cruel Witness? Gift of Fangs. I think I'm going to keep the Gift of Fangs because it can be a nice... Oh, these make blood tokens too. And that's just whenever I cast any non-creature spell, which I've got 7. Maybe Whispering Wizard isn't good in this deck. Because I'll only have a few things for it. versus Cruel Witness. Well, then again, the Scab can bring something back. And I also like the idea of being able to get this out and then just like holding open mana for counters or card draw. Yeah, let's try that. This can be the thing. We need card sleeves. You look like you just came back from the dead, so yeah, we'll go with that. Slightly more skewed to black because we have all our early drops are black. We'll see if we're missing the persistent specimen. With 4 Doomed Dissenters, I might find it hard to be missing that. I don't know. I haven't actually played the blue-black exploit deck in Crimson Vow yet. This is kind of a sad hand. But I mean, if we get a black source, we just go off. Or even a third land of any kind, we could just go off. Or we're just going to lose horribly. Opponent is red-white. Do I bounce that? I don't have time to bounce anything else. Just go for a little bit. Hey, there we go. Let's start with the egg. Island, island. Ow. Because next turn I play the Skull Skaab. Then I can play... Yeah, we'll keep it. Next turn, Skull Skaab, then Doomed Dissenter and Stitched Assistant, and we go nuts on the board. In theory, we go nuts on the board. Sure Strike? I don't want to give our opponent a chance to screw up this plan we got going here. We're also kind of holding up Syncopate for 1 mana, even though we don't actually have that. Now they're going to abrade our Skull Skaab. Can't blame them for that. But we do have a 4/4 now. And we no longer have a 4/4 because our opponent just has insane removal. I feel like this is what, like, half the games end up like. Okay, I don't want that island. Another Stitched Assistant. Hey, we can go attacking here for 2. There's the Rallier again. That was pretty quick. No blocks by our opponent. We're gonna sack this token. Doomed Dissenter. Why not? I'm gonna hold open here for the Siphon Essence. I think it's time to start doing that. Wedding Invitation, that's fine. I would have rather liked if they had tried playing like a 5-drop here. Like Blood Petal Celebrants or something. Let's go attacking. I mean, if they want to do stuff, that's fine. I mean, it's not, but they're still doing stuff anyways. This can stop. If they have a creature, I wouldn't be able to counter it. They can already make a creature unblockable. Fearful Villager. That is what we were waiting for. I could use that Desperate Farmer. I mean, I know we kind of double traded there. I can still get an exploit here. Yeah, maybe I should have done the Thirst first. Rot-Tide Gargantua. I'll take that. I do have reason to play this. Okay. I think we'll play the Rot-Tide before combat. Obviously sacking our butler. Seriously. Okay, well that is the last card they have. We're down to 2 though. Silly fire breathers. Yeah, we're gonna take action. What do we want to get back here? Maybe our egg wouldn't be bad. I'll take the egg. Any non-creature card here and our opponent just wins on the spot because they can make their thing unblockable and pay us. There really wasn't much... Okay. There really wasn't much else I could do here. I mean, our opponent just had those 2 quick fire breathers and just perfect... Look at all this removal they had. 4 or 5 removal spells. And now we can't stop the flyer. But take a look at all our Doomed Dissenters opponent. Look at them! Just look at them! Oh, that was so rough. Because all those removal spells also did 2 damage to us. And that's why we ended up losing that. I don't think I really missed the skeleton. Oh, I can't say I would mind having a flyer. Just as a solid flyer. But the Whispering Wizard... Yeah, we'll keep it. I think all our exploit stuff is a little more important. So we have Doomed Dissenter into Doomed Dissenter and missing a third land. We were missing a third land last time and it ended up working out. Oh, we're up against Blue-Green Mill and they get, you know, super value. Well, they've got black in there too. And Dormant Grove, which I'm glad that went away. That card's really annoying. Means our opponent is not going to be missing land drops anytime soon. Unlike what we're doing. Well, we didn't miss a land drop, we were missing a color. And our opponent goes ramping. I almost feel like playing the Whispering Wizard here just to be most efficient, and then we could hold up Siphon Essence. I think I'll do that. There's the frog. Wonder if our opponent would want to trade frog for wizard. Oh, it is so tempting to just... How much mana are you going to have? 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to have 6 mana next turn. I really wish we had another blue. That's actually going to be a problem. We better get rid of it. I should have done that before, and then I could have went to attack. Well, I could have attacked. I could have got another point of damage in. But here they can cast... Okay, that's all they're going to cast. I'm going to hold back on this. And... if our opponent wants to block, they can block. Okay. I am cool with that. Because now we can Siphon Essence and then pitch this swamp. Soul Cipher board, okay. The second island is very relevant here. Because now we can play this. And we're just going to go super wide, and we've got a Siphon Essence. I don't know that you can do anything to stop that opponent. I mean, you can't have lead draw. Okay. You can have Wash Away. Oh, because that was... Okay. I thought that was 2 force. I didn't realize that was the double thing. Mirror Hall Mimic. Let's not do that. I know they'll be able to Seriously. Let's put the pressure on them. If they want to trade with anything, okay. They just want to go down to 2, that's fine. Can they get out of this? No, they cannot. Okay, so that's a better example of what our deck can do. With that Whispering Wizard, I just don't think we have the density of stuff for it, but then again, we were kind of stuck on the one island. There for a while. Yeah, the wizard helps us go wide. We'll stick with this. Cade 247. Yeah, this looks good. We'll start off with this island in case we want to bounce our own nothing. I have a Doomed Dissenter. Number 1. If I have a Flame Blast Bolt here, I wouldn't even be mad. I'd just play another one. So ridiculous. Okay, so they're going to try and bolt our thing. Well, I don't want them to do that, so... we don't want to sacrifice now when our thing's not on the field, because then we won't actually get the effect. And that would be bad. Well, this is kind of enough lands. Hey look, I have another one. Well, let's see if our opponent has another way to stop this, which they do. Okay. Unfortunately, we're kind of completely out of gas now, because we've been drawing all lands. So we're just going to sit here. This is the other way that I just tend to lose a lot. It's like I didn't really do anything wrong, other than be on the play. Really, game? I'm gonna keep playing these lands here, because if we start hitting... Like, we've got a lot of card draw in the deck. Not that you would know by these draws. I mean, we've drawn almost half our lands. There we go. Don't want that. Another one. Sure, why not? Don't want that. What's a Siphon Essence? I would need, if I draw a Rot-Tide Gargantuan, next turn I could do that and hold up Siphon Essence. That's probably just game. I mean, you can't really play around that card. Because, I mean, this is going to be another at least 7 damage here. You got this combo making up-teen blood tokens. I can counter their next creature. Okay, so this could be a Cruel Witness, which again wouldn't really do much for us, other than not die to Flame Blast Bolt. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, there's a desperate farmer. We are getting kind of desperate here. And we're just dead, because they just didn't play any other creatures, and they can just, well, I mean, we're kind of forced to double block this, or we just lose. That's just horrible. Because then they just have this drain on us. Even without that, we're sitting very horrible. I mean, they still have a great clock. They have a handful of stuff. And more removal. Now it just doesn't even matter, because they're just gonna... Yeah. They're just gonna use that effect. We saw so little removal in the draft. I mean, I think there were a couple of braids that we saw late, but we weren't even near red. Well, this is a great opener. Let's see if that even means anything. Opponent. Okay. Also could just mean we never see a third land. Oh, hey, we got a land there. We'll attack. I was gonna say, no way are they trading. I want to get this out first, because then future exploit stuff gives us even more like Toxic Scorpion doesn't bother us too much. Opponent going ramping. Because this will trigger a zombie token anytime we exploit anything. Well, any non-token creature. So if we exploit off of this, we'll get to scry 1, draw a card, and we'll get a token off of this. And a token off of this. So let's do that. I could also just be holding up Siphon Essence here. Aww. And there's a Fearful Villager. I could exploit my Skull Skaab for that. I do want to cast something this turn. I could also Parasitic Grasp. Might just do that. It'll turn into, if I let it turn into night, it won't be a human anymore, and then I can't just grasp it there. Okay, so we didn't get stuck on 2 lands, we're getting stuck on 3. And they are going to trade. Now, if I do this on this and sack the Skull Skaab, or I could just sack the Stitched Assistant, or I could also just end the turn here and just counter their next creature. I feel like that's a better idea. Because we're not really under any pressure right now. I mean, if they had removal, they'd be playing it on that. Snarling Wolf? I don't really want to counter that. I'm gonna have a Snarl Wolf. I mean, it will be able to attack, but I think this is where we would like to have the skeleton. Now we have 6 lands, so I can do this. I think I'm going to leave the Stitched Assistant, as odd as that sounds. Scattered Thoughts is a good card. That way I can at least trade off with that, the Snarl Wolf. And if our opponent wants to trade off, I'm completely fine with that. I mean, heck, I can even go attacking. Could even make him sack the other one. 6. So that'd be 5, 6, 7, 8. There could be a realm where I want to have Scattered Thoughts, Siphon Essence open, and play Scattered Thoughts. I don't think that's the reason, though. I mean, they can totally attack here. That's fine, I'll fix that soon enough. All of the everything. Doomed Dissenter and Farmer? Or the Repository Skaab? I'll take the Repository Skaab. I can get back another I can get back another Siphon Essence. I can just totally slow play this. I just want to get to a point where I can play the Rot Tide and keep the Siphon Essence open for a big creature they might draw. And heck, if I block again, then they've got... I'm not going to block, though. I can do that. I have card draw I can play. Or I can also play the Repository Scab and get back another Siphon Essence and just do that. Or we just, you know, play more ridiculous things. Well, this deck is not really playing fair. Yeah, Rot Tide. This will stop their attacks. I mean, I say this deck isn't playing fair as, oh, well, that's rude. Well, we don't want to exploit now. Now that we know they don't have anything... Parasitic Grasp in there as well we can grab. You know, the moment that I drop something down, they're going to play some piece of crap. They're going to draw some piece of crap creature that will end up killing us. I'll just double block the Snarling Wolf at this point. Yeah, like that. Like that. Okay, not double blocking the Snarling Wolf. Because I'm going to Scab, and we'll get back a Siphon Essence. We'll sack this. I can also get back the Parasitic Grasp, which wouldn't be awful, but we're fine on the board. I still just have no interest in using blood tokens. Okay, now I'll start blocking you. And then I've got Biolumeg and Stitched Assistant coming. Oh, this removal's getting ridiculous. But now I have, you know, better blocks, because they can only get rid of one of these tokens. Okay, Biolumeg. I don't even think we need Gift of Fangs at this point. Stitched Assistant, go! Sack the egg. Oh, we definitely don't need that. That's a good card. No attacks, and this comes back as a 4/4. And we finally get to turn on the offense again. And we can make use of these blood tokens, because I don't need this much mana. Undead Butler. Okay, this does need to sacrifice a... And I suppose I could have swung with the zombie too. Whatever, they can't resolve a creature. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna get back, let's get back to this. Yeah. And they knew we had the Siphon Essence in our hand the whole time, so that could be why they didn't play anything last turn. I can't really say our deck was being unfair given, you know, we're 2-2. And we're up against Shades. 50 Shades of Ashiok. Those was like most of our starting hands. Maybe I do want a specimen, though, over one of the Doomed Dissenters. Let's go attacking. They could counter this. Oh, actually, I'd rather Desperate Farmer. Because next turn I can sack that and flip that right away. Biolumag. Yes, I made the right choice. Wait a minute, we've got a bit of a mirror match going on here. Another Doomed Dissenter. That's not awful, but... oh, we get to draw it. I was gonna say, I want to draw another land. Because then we can kind of get into a position where we can swing in. Now, they might have an exploit creature, and we could have... yeah, they do have it. They have Fellstinger. One of the exploit creatures we didn't get. There's an egg of our own. I mean, I could attack with the Harvester. It would just trade with the Fellstinger, which is not really where we want to be. I'm kind of lacking in lands. The Fellstinger is not a, we can take a turn off from attacking here. Because we can Zombie Fang that. Not Zombie Fang, Gift of Fangs. Vampire Fangs. Fodder, that's not flipping yet. Yeah, you may attack. I don't need to block. And Gift of Fangs on the Fellstinger, and then I can still have mana to counter a thing. And we can still go attacking here. They could have an Alchemist Retrieval. Or chill. Okay, so we're gonna chill out here. That is fine. They can block, but they can't kill. And that's kind of the issue we were running into with this when we had the deck with 3 Catapult Fodders, is it doesn't really stop much from attacking. Yeah, that's not resolving. Okay, our farmer's not untapping. Oh, hey, here we go. They'll probably sack their Catapult Fodder here. Biolumeg is going to come back. Then our opponent is kind of going to be in a world of hurt. Diregraph Scavenger, that's annoying. Because that can kill any one of our things. Getting rid of Doomed Dissenter, huh? Well, I can get back Siphon Essence. I might totally do that. But we're just going to go attacking here. If they have enough blockers out, I can't really let them... I can trade a couple things off here. Yep. And we're just going to go a bit wide on the board, as this deck does have potential to do. And we've got 5 creatures, our opponent has none, they're at 9 life. They have a lot of stuff in their hand, but they've only got 6, maybe 7 mana. Okay, they go for the Cruel Witness. And a Skull Skaab. Let's see what becomes of this. Interesting. Those can attack for sure, and I think they just need to, they block our 2 biggest, and they might be able to... Okay, they're trading stuff here. That is how they survive. I just passed the turn. I have a Siphon Essence for any creatures. This thing can be unblockable. They need to stop 3 creatures this turn. And the first creature they play doesn't count? I mean, what are they going to do? Yeah, that doesn't count. Well, when this deck is good, it is good. I do want to put the skeleton in, though. Which means we have 4 Doomed Dissenters. We're not playing 4 Doomed Dissenters, or we're not playing Whispering Wizard. Honestly, I've seen that card get milled a couple times to our Undead Butler and whatnot, and... I just haven't missed it at all. But without it, it could be kind of tricky to punch through on a stalled board. Which I think that's where the Cruel Witness was supposed to come in. I do kind of like that. And I think we're going to go down a Doomed Dissenter and up a Specimen. We'll run it like that. But hey, I'm glad we got to draft this exploit deck. And like I said, aside from like a super bomb card like Necro Duality, we pretty much got everything. I mean, okay, we didn't get the Fell Stinger that our opponent last time had. But as you saw, the superior exploit deck won. Or we just got really lucky. Money Lorian. Okay, sure. Oh, we have a whole bunch of 2-drops. I'm not gonna skip on this hand. I mean, we have 5 really good 2-mana or less cards we could draw to do this stuff with. Even if we draw turn 2 Skull Skaab, which we have 2 of, so that's 7 draws, we could do the Skull Skaab, not exploit it, then exploit it on it. Why do I bother planning stuff? We'll just let our draws happen and just do things. That is the path I'm going to take now. This being a white deck, they might have... Well, that could be a problem. They might have... Problem could also become averted. They could be playing like Sigarda's Imprisonment, which would be really bad on this thing, because that's gonna, you know, ruin some of our plans. Other an Abzan deck. Okay, this is like the second time I've ever seen that cast. What in the world? Are they ramping to a big creature? I'm a little nervous now. And we have the Siphon Essence. Like, they could play a Flourishing Hunter next turn. I could attack with this, but it would only be 1 point of damage, whereas they swing back for more. I'm gonna wait till they attempt to cast a creature here. Well, you know what? I don't like that thing resolving either. Do I ditch the blood, or ditch the island here? I'm not sure that I do. I'm not sure that I do. Maybe I should have. Let's find out for sure. Yep, I should have. Let's not run our thing into it. Well, they've got 2 cards in hand. Let's not run this into a combat trick. I mean, they did just attempt to play a creature. Hiveheart Shaman. That's another 3/5. I've kind of had enough of your 3/5 creature shenanigans. I mean, I could have had the Rot Tide that turn instead if I had discarded the island to the blood token. Because we would have drawn the Rot Tide, then we would have drawn the swamp. And then we could be attacking... We could be attacking the this stuff with the 5/5 right now. But oh well. Oh, that Hiveheart's actually going to be kind of an issue. Okay, it's 6 mana to do that. I mean, I'll gain 4 life, but they can start making 4/4s. Oh, wait. I only have 3 toughness. Why did I think I could survive that combat? Oops. That's not better. I don't really have a way that I can just directly kill that thing either. If I go swinging, it's just going to be blocked by that. No attacks for now. I do really like having the Cruel Witness here over the Whispering Wizard. We're going to take that out while we can. And of course they have removal. I mean, now we got to try and last long enough to outlast all of this. Because we do have, like, Scattered Thoughts and card draw somewhere in the deck. These attacks are going to get problematic really quickly. Like, we got lots of exploit stuff and lots of good exploit stuff. We just did not get much removal. No, let's not. Let me take 8 here. Next turn they swing for 12. Or 14. Oh yeah, we could have used that on the Hive Heart a long, long time ago. At this point, it doesn't really matter. We're totally lost here. We can't race them. Retrieve, yeah, why not? And then make a 4/4. Not make a 4/4, okay. I mean, you don't have to. Late. I don't even think it does us any good, because it only does 3 damage, and everything is bigger than that. That shaman won't even have a reason to block. Oh look, I could double block and kill the shaman now. And we just don't have enough cards or board presence to do anything, because this Diapart Shaman is ridiculous if you can't get rid of it. Yeah. It's also kind of amusing how good Path of Peril, or how decent Path of Peril there would have been when I could have wiped all the tokens for 3 mana. Yeah, that's what we were really lacking, was removal. And I mean, aside from... I mean, we saw a couple red removals throughout the draft, not until much later. But aside from that, we weren't really seeing much removal. There was a second Sigarda's Imprisonment, but white did not seem very open at all. Whereas blue-black Exploit seemed really open, except we just... I mean, I suppose we could have gotten a combo of Retrieval and Essence Scatter, but that's kind of far-fetched. But, you know, 4 Doomed Dissenters, 2 Skull Skaabs, 3 Stitched Assistants, a Biolumag, Repository Scab, and 2 Rotar Gargantuas. If you're looking for an exploit deck, you can't ask for much more of a good exploit core than that. And Undead Butler. So yeah. I did get a rare that I wanted for the collection. Let's go ahead and claim our prizes. We get 2 packs for this. Let's see if we open something else. Nice. There's a Bleed Dry. Where were you in my draft? Where were you, huh? I don't want you ever. Please tell me that's my 4th one of those, so I don't ever have to open one again. And... please tell me that's my 4th one of you, so I never have to open one of you. Actually, that is my 4th one, because remember, we looked at the numbers in the draft, because we saw 2 of them go by in the draft. And we passed on them, because we weren't really in red. Well, that's Crimson Vow Limited for you. And, from my experience, just kind of limited in general. Well... that will be all for me for now, and I'll see you guys next time.